Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the title of the video, work two jobs. So in this video, I'm finna tell you why you need to work two jobs, and y'all also see the other things in the title. I'm gonna talk about that later on in this video. First thing I'm gonna say when it comes to work two jobs is because if y'all don't know, I got a job. I work at a security company, part-time. And that's what I'm doing on the weekend. But also I'm working on finding another part-time job that I can do Monday through Thursday, or Monday through Friday, something like that, 4 to 6 hours, something slight, and it will be equivalent to 40 hours a week. So that's what I'm working on. Why am I telling y'all to work two jobs? Is because, and I'm on the same thing, so I'm not telling y'all nothing that I'm not focused on or nothing that I wouldn't do. I worked two jobs before. I was like 19, 20 at the time. 5 years later, I'm 25 and I'm working two jobs again, in the future. I'm working one, all I have to do is get another one, but I'm gonna tell y'all why and what's the importance behind that. So let's just, I'm a numbers guy, so I'm gonna give y'all some numbers. At this security company I'm working at, let's say after taxes and all that, I'll be bringing in $1,600 a month. I'm only doing part-time hours, so that's good for me to only be working 2 days out the week, you know what I'm saying? As a part-time job. So just say if I was to get another part-time job and I was to make roughly, let's say $1,400 after tax, that'd be $3K a month. Of course, bills, things like that, what's up. But I say all that to say this. When you have one source of income, you have one job, you're only making $2,000, or you might have a little side business, you're only making $2,300 a month. Your bills, you might be lucky if you have $1,000 left over. That's not even counting food. That's not even counting other things, haircuts, things like that. So the reason why I'm saying work two jobs is because you have more stability. You know what I'm saying? You have more comfort, more breathing room. You have more funds to actually play with. And not play with, as in like you playing around just throwing money and fucking money off, but as in you have more money to save, you might have more money to invest, you know what I'm saying? You might put some money to the side so you can start any type of side business, you know what I'm saying? You might be wanting to do lawn care, it's getting cold out here, you might be wanting to get a blower so you can, blow people leaves. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just throwing things out there. But I really came to raps with that today because it's like, yes, I have a job, it's okay, it's all right. My first paycheck gonna be decent, but also in the back of my mind too, it's like I know it's not gonna be enough for what I want to do. And what like some of y'all like, what you mean? What you want to do? Play? Excuse me. I've spoke on this millions of times. When it comes to the housing market and you having a place to stay just for you having somewhere to breathe at, in my area on the East Coast, I think you will need to be bringing in roughly 24, 25K annually. Meaning every year, your cost of living is gonna be 24,000 to 25K a year. So I'm grinding to a point where I need me a safety net, and I wish I would have learned this early on in life, but I wasn't taught about emergency savings or make sure, if you fall down on your tail, you got a few dollars in the cut. You know what I'm saying? When I mean few dollars, you have, some emergency savings that's in 6 to 12 months of living expenses, just in case if you go broke. So you're not technically broke. That's just money you weren't planning on using, but you were planning on using it. Why? Because, you know what I'm saying? It's an emergency. It's the whole point of having emergency savings. But I'm just being real. If I would have learned to have emergency savings when I was 19, 20, your boy would be caking right now. But that's the thing with life, though. You have days to, as long as you have days, the man above put more air in your lungs, give you a whole nother 24 hours, you can change. So how I'm focused on money now is totally different from how I was focused on money 8, 9 months ago. Like, dead serious. I went to Houston, I had $1,000 to my name. I didn't wake up for real until I was in Houston and I didn't have no $1,000. I had like $300 to my name or two. I was low. I came to Houston with 1,000. And one of those days, I just figured out that I'm hustling backwards. So I tightened up on my saving journey, started being obsessed with, saving money, putting money up, investing and all that. Y'all know I've always been a type of dude, a numbers guy. I always focused on how to make more money and things. But by me even just having this one job, it's like I have fire under my ass because it's like, it's not enough. It's genuinely not enough. Okay, $1,600 in a month, cool. Rent alone, $1,200, $1,300. So a ninja is mandatory to get another job, another side hustle, another 9 to 5. Because if I was just pay rent just off my one job, I only have $300 to play with. What can I do with $300 for real? You can save $300, but it's gonna take a while. If you was to save $300 for 12 months, what's that in a year? That's $3,600. I'm not gonna say that's not nothing, but that's for a whole year of saving, not even 5 grand, 10 grand. It's pennies if you ask me, especially when you have, especially when how the world is, man. $3,600, bro, is what? 3 months of rent? You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. So it's like, it's nice to have, but it can also be gone within a blink of an eye. I cannot talk. With the blink of an eye, that money can be ate up, gone, and even spent way faster if you spend your money the wrong way, as in buying clothes, shoes, or you bought a lemon, you bought a car that you thought was gonna run for a while, now this shit don't run, so you just lost that 3 grand. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, by you putting another job, that's like adding another stock to your portfolio. Imagine if you're already making 2 grand, you get another job, and the job paying you 14, get a side hustle paying you extra 1,400 a month. Now you making what? 3,400 a month. And yeah, you already know your bills and things like that, so you already take that money out. But then you're gonna look at it like, damn, I got what? 1,700 left. I got $1,900 left to play with now. So it's like, instead of you just having $500, $600 like you would after that one job, by you having that other job, now that could be your investing money, or that could be your saving money, or that can be your Roth IRA money, or that could be your mutual funds ETF money, or that can be your podcast money. That could be your spending $1,500 on a camera so you can go ahead and do your OF or YouTube channel or Telegram. Y'all get what I'm saying? So you have more freedom for real. You have more security knowing that you have more money coming in. It's not going straight to bills. So it's really gonna be up to you as a person. Am I gonna save this money? Am I gonna save this money for, you know what I'm saying, for my future? Or am I gonna use it now, which is still gonna be used for my future? You know what I'm saying? As in, like I said, ETF, stocks, you know, an actual tangible business, however you wanna play it. But just working one job, it's like we already getting beat up by bills all the time. You're gonna be getting beat up by bills. If your bills is $1,500 a month and your job only paying you $1,700 to $1,800, you only got a few dollars left over. That's not even counting your phone bill. So where are you gonna get some extra money in at? Most of us, what do we know? What do we see growing up? You seen your parents work 2-3 jobs. I did, or people around my parents, I seen them work multiple jobs. And that was back in the day, that was early 2000s. This is, you know what I'm saying, before 2010 and stuff like that. So it's like, when you really pay attention to how it is and just baseline when it comes to this life, this thing we call life, you need to be having multiple sources of income. And even on top of having multiple sources of income, you need to have an emergency savings. Just in case you ever go broke, you're not technically broke. And it's wild because I just, you know what I'm saying, I can't even talk. That's how serious this conversation is. I just now figured out what the fuck emergency savings is at the age of 25. Think about it. I've heard about the term since I was 19, 20, but I didn't comprehend what it was. I didn't comprehend what the fuck saving was. I didn't comprehend what the fuck 12 months of living expenses is. Like, of course we understand what it means, but I didn't comprehend. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's like you know of something, but you don't know it. Like, I knew it because we heard it. We heard it. We hear it our whole life. Save your money, save your money, save your money. But it's different when you actually have to do it. You actually have to comprehend what the fuck you doing for you to keep on going with your saving journey. If not, you're going to keep going backwards. You're going to keep working this job or the second job, and you're going to keep being stuck. Why? Because you don't know how to save the damn money. A lot of us, we got them fucked up. What we doing? Drinking, smoking. Some of us be eating our goddamn paycheck. Like, it is what it is. We all human. We all human. So I'm telling folks this is something that I'm on, right, dead serious. I need another job. Why do I need another job? Because I need an extra $1,000 or $1,500 or $1,600. Because like I said, when you around people and you got people helping you out, you want to help them out also. And then just in general, it costs to live. It's always going to cost to live. That's just the world we're living in. So it's like, if we know we're gonna have to keep paying money to have somewhere to stay at. Why the fuck would we just be content with just having one source of income? The living expenses is not gonna go down anytime soon. If anything, they're gonna keep getting worse. Just an example. Don't quote me on this, but I was on Google. I was in a Lyft about last week. I looked up the rent, I looked up the rent that was in like the 1990s. The rent back then was roughly like $400. Now the rent is minimum, what, $1,200 to $1,500, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what side of town you living on, depending on what type of architect your apartment or your crib looking like. Come on, man. So just look at the percentages, man. Just look, bro, you look it up for yourself. Rent in the 1990s versus how much it is now is wild. That alone should let you know, bro, I can't settle for just one job. Either I need to be creating a job, working these 9 to 5 so I can create my own business. I need to, even if you is gonna work a 9 to 5, you still need some type of extra money that you can name as a second job. I don't give a fuck if it's a goddamn selling courses or doing this, doing that, a YouTube channel. I don't care what it is. You need to be making some money from it, because you're making money from it, that's gonna be a job. See what I'm saying? Comment down below what y'all think about this video. I just had to get that out my chest though, because it's so for real, and I'm practicing what I preach, because this is solely what I'm focused on. Okay, finishing my GED, getting that one math class out the way, cool. But then on top of that, I still need another job. Why? Because I want to bring in more income so I can put that income towards a skill that I can learn, so I can really increase my salary and just in general getting a whole nother tax bracket and keep on building and going up, going up, going up, going up. But we can't do that just off one source of income, and that source of income is only paying for our living expenses. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be way harder than what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to save that $200, that $150 at the end of the month. It's gonna be hard to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be so hard to do it. You're gonna be like, damn, it ain't nothing but $150. I might as well get fucked up. I might as well get an eighth. I might as well get some drink. Then you're gonna have what, $80 left over. Then you're gonna have $80 left over. Then you're like, man, I might as well spend this shit. Let me go ahead and get me something to eat. Then you got $40 left over. So then you get caught up in that cycle to where it's like, you're gonna be at the end of the month and it's like, this money that I'm having ain't even enough to save. So what most people do when it's not enough to save to them, you spend the shit. And then what happened? Then 10 years go by, motherfuckers still stuck at that same job. And you just bless you know what I'm saying, you making enough money to pay for a roof over your head. Comment down below what y'all think, man, but this is something that I'm actually passionate about and something that I'm doing now, because y'all know me. If you know me, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Like, as much cash shit I be talking and the talk I be talking, your boy can't be broke. I'ma just be real with you. So, I'm putting myself through that fire and I gotta do what I gotta do. Comment down below what y'all think about the video. Break that like button if you're on the same thing. Comment down below if you agree with this video. Comment down below some opinions. Comment down below anything, y'all thoughts on this video. I just had to, this is just my theory. And this is what I'm on. Comment down below if y'all agree with it. Straight up. See y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all time, ladies and gentlemen. Real talk.